Good afternoon. This is the National Weather Service in Des Moines giving you a quick late morning update to some, fairly active weather for today and even tomorrow. So jumping right in, we do have a severe weather threat for a majority of the state today, beginning as early this afternoon and on through the evening. The largest potential is going to be for widespread damaging winds, but there is a possibility for hail and tornadoes as well. The main thing to keep in mind with all these storms is that they are going to be very fast moving, likely in excess of 40 to 45 miles an hour at times. So it'll be very important to pay attention to the forecast. In addition to the severe weather threat, we do actually have a wind advisory out currently for the western two-thirds of the state for today. Main impact there is going to be hazardous travel. And then lastly, we do have an elevated fire weather danger primarily for western Iowa today and potentially for a majority of the state tomorrow. So taking a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook, we have got a slight outlook or a slight chance for severe weather across a majority of the state. And new to this outlook, we do have an enhanced creeping up into the state right there. So breaking it down, like I said, we have the potential for all three modes of severe weather. Tornado here, you see 2 to 5% across the state. Damaging winds and hail, primarily 15% across a good chunk of the state, but as you can see, this red here shading is a 30% chance for far south central and southeast Iowa. But again, damaging winds, or at least widespread damaging winds, is a bigger concern than severe hail at the moment. Touching on the wind advisory, these are the peak forecast wind gusts for today. You can see across northwest Iowa, we expect the strongest winds, potentially touching 50 miles an hour at times, whereas the rest of the state should likely see 40 to 45 mile an hour gusts at times. Here are the current headlines. I already mentioned the wind advisory, so we won't beat that horse any further. And then further to the west, you see the red flag warning, which is an elevated fire weather danger. And again, tomorrow you will likely see some of that expanded, or at the very least, some sort of fire weather watch. Once again, the key points, the main thing for today is the severe weather potential across a majority of the state from early this afternoon through the evening, with the main threat being widespread damaging winds. And then at the same time, with these storms moving very, very quickly, it's going to be very important to stay on top of the weather. Second, again, we have a wind advisory out for today for the western two-thirds of the state, again for winds in excess, or at least gusts in excess of 40 to 45 miles an hour at times. And then out to far western Iowa, we have elevated fire weather danger today and more widespread likely tomorrow with continued windy and dry conditions. As always, you can always pop to our website to grab a 7-day forecast, or at least a customizable forecast for you there. And moving from winter into spring and summer, we have brought back some additional information from the Storm Prediction Center, which is the top left here. And then as always within our website, we do have a page geared towards spring and summer season to help you make some decisions there at weather.gov/DMX/DSS severe. Here are our social media outlets. As always, we always post to Facebook and Twitter multiple times a day, so please pay attention to those. And these briefings are almost always on YouTube. Once again, I want to thank you for listening in. And again, please pay attention to the forecast today because any storms that do develop will be moving very, very quickly. So once again, thank you very much.